Alright everyone, we're here to take a look at the new DLC for Rust. That's right, there is a DLC coming up, and if you didn't seem to notice that, well, I guess I'll be the first one telling you, and it is called the Voice Props Pack. And you can grab it on Steam as of the 1st, and yeah. It includes several things: a cassette recorder, 3 cassette tapes of different length, boombox, a portable boombox, 3 dances, as in like gestures, like an actual dance emote kind of thing, megaphone stand, music light, music lasers, disco floor with multiple variants, connected speaker, a mobile phone, 7 new achievements, and a disco ball. So yeah, we'll be showing all of that stuff up. I do want to give a warning, there are flashing lights and stuff like that, so a warning for that, guys. There are going to be flashing and blinking lights in this video, so do keep that in mind, and keep that in mind if you grab the DLC. And yeah, also I will be doing a giveaway for the key. So I do have 1 key to give away, thanks to Facepunch, because they're awesome. And yeah, so go ahead and put Boombox as a comment down in the comment section below, and a random chooser will pick one of you guys who I will contact through Discord. So leave your Discord username and Boombox. Alright guys? So that's how you can enter to win the key. So let's go ahead and get into this. It does have 7 new achievements. So the first one is going to be Party Boat, dance with 2 other players at the front of cargo ship. That seems interesting. Bad Neighbor, use a megaphone within another player's tool cupboard radius. On the record, record another player speaking into a cassette. That should be pretty easy to do if you have a friend at least. Like nobody's watching, dance near a playing boombox on an active disco floor. I can no longer see, stare into a laser light for 30 seconds. That should be fairly easy. I should buy this soundtrack. Listen to the Rust soundtrack from the boombox for at least 30 seconds. And lastly, the full collection. Play an instrument while floating on an inner tube while listening to a boombox play a radio station. There you go. So that does require you to own the other 2 previous DLCs, which are or were on sale recently. So yeah, that's still going on. But anyways, those are the new achievements. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stuff. So we got a lot of cool stuff here. The first one, let's check out the Megaphone. And you gotta really love the models here. They just really put a lot of work into this. Tom did an amazing job. And everything just being pulled together with the team with this is just, it's fun. It's a great way to add something to the game that doesn't necessarily, you know, ruin the game in a way. So I'm sure people have their views on everything. One way or another, the way this thing works is you go ahead and just hold it on up. And you automatically start talking. So left click. There you go. It is quite loud. Right click doesn't seem to do anything. If you hold down your voice button, you just talk normally in voice, so you do have to use left click for that to work. So there it is. Next up, we've got the tape cassette recorder. So we've got this little guy right here. This has a couple of different functions. So not only will it play tape cassettes, but you can record over those cassettes to whatever you want. And you can also make a voicemail message to put inside your phone, which we'll show you. And you can also maybe troll people with this thing, because if you actually go up to a wall and press R, it will throw it onto the wall, and you can play a cassette off of it. So, you know, we'll just toss this one in here and hit play. So you start playing some reggae tunes. Or whatever you recorded over. And then to pick it up again, you just hold E. And there it goes back into your inventory. Now, there are 3 different lengths of tape, like I mentioned. So the longest one is going to be 30 seconds of audio can be recorded, 20 seconds is the next, and 10 is the lowest. Each one does have a different little song on it. This one's got the Airwolf jams. Those, you know, Danger Zone vibes. And then, oh, we gotta pull out the old cassette first. And it's got the music that plays on the stables and barns. So there you go. got your kind of Western music going on. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, this thing is just pretty fun. Left click to play, right click to record, and it will record over the tape. You also do weird stuff where you can kind of like record any kind of sound. So right now it's pretty much just kind of recording sounds. But if you talk in game, it can record your voice. Now I'm having some kind of weird audio issue with this. It records other people talking fine, but because of my audio setup, it makes me all garbled. Alright, so next up we've got the cellular phone. So let's check this one out right here. And if you look, it actually has a pretty funny little name down there. The Emotes Cellular. You gotta love that. Anyways, you just click, left click, and you can dial or check out contacts or go to the directory. And so yeah, we'll just go to the directory here. And oh, you gotta go to the end. Oh, what's that? My phone over here is ringing? Alright. Now, what you can do is actually put in a cassette. So, this cassette's going to be in here, and that's technically going to be my voicemail. So we're going to go ahead and ring it one more time. And, yeah, it's should pick up a voicemail. Oops, we went one too many over. Oh, that's so loud. Whew, okay. Whew, sorry about your ears, guys. Mine died on that, too. But there you go. So you can pretty much put anything, a weird message, whatever you like. And, yeah, you just click on the phone, open, and drag it on in there. Now, once you, you know, it hits its max on, like, a voicemail, it can fill up, and once you kind of, like, read over the tape, it will, well, delete it. So be careful with that. But, yeah, once we go here, and voicemail is at the bottom, you just click this, and it will show if you have any messages left for you. So, there you go. That's how that little function works. And, last, we've got one more item. It is the Boombox. And, yeah, this thing is epic. It just looks like an old Boombox. And it's amazing. It's all beat up, and just, it fits Rust so well. So, there's a couple things we can do. Just clicking play will play if there's a cassette in there, or it'll just play whatever your last setting was. And if you do right click, it's going to bring up a menu. So right now we're set to internet radio, but we could also go here and pop a cassette into it, and see, now it's playing the cassette. But we could stop, go back and say, we want to play Rust Radio, save. Oh, whoops, we forgot to pull the cassette out. Try that one more time. Rust Radio. Nothing playing on Rust Radio? How about Chippy Radio? There we go. Oh, yeah. You gotta love that Chippy music. All right. There you go. So, definitely very cool. But another thing you may have noticed here, it says URL. And, well, guys, you can pretty much add any internet radio or most URLs into here and listen to them. Now, with that, it probably brings the concern of, oh, great, I can't wait to hear all this horrible things people are going to play to me. Don't worry. Go ahead and hit escape, and you can go to your options. And there is, just like hiding signs and nudity and stuff, there's internet audio streams being on or off, and to censor recordings, so whether or not people can, you know, play recordings to you and so forth. And then lastly, limit flashing for people who may have problems with, you know, lights, or, you know, that it's flashing too quick or something like that. This can help limit that. And yeah, so that's kind of a little bit of something to ease that thought there. So let's get back to checking out what's fun. So if we go ahead and head on in here, there's a few other items you can definitely see here. And the first thing we're going to look at is the other Megaphone, which is pretty much a microphone stand. It does require some power to go to it, so there's a power in and out on it. We'll get ahead and mount it. And warning, this thing is very, very loud. Now, once you're standing it, if you right-click, there's normal, low, and high. So we're just gonna stay on normal, and just hold your voice button down and talk. So hey, we're talking. So there you go. And now we'll go ahead and switch it to high pitch, which yeah, it pretty much sounds like this. So yeah, I can see this being really annoying. Kind of cuts in and out, so you gotta talk a little slower. And then there's the really low pitch. So yeah, there's that, guys. Definitely could be very annoying and very fun, and just that pretty much describes Rust, so it's perfect. And yeah, that kind of is the little kind of sound props and stuff. Now we've got more of the kind of dance floor items. So we've got a couple of different things. There's the Boombox speaker. There is the laser light. Then there is the light, it's like a light sensor, reacts to the actual sounds. And we've got disco ball and disco floors. So over here, you can see we've got this one on, and we've got our little laser light going. These are just set to be on. And as you can also see, if we pull this back out, there is a audio or power in and then an audio pass through. So you can interconnect them. So as you see, we've done this, we've connected these, and then we've connected the disco ball to it, which also has its own pass through. So you could do multiple disco balls or multiple lights, you know, they can all be interconnected to make it a little more convenient. And then if you click E on them, you actually get settings. You can change the colors between red, green, blue, yellow, and pink. And then you can also change the sensitivity to its reaction to music from low to high. And same thing with the speed. You've got slow, medium, fast. So there you go. Demonstrate kind of each speed here. We'll go to the laser. It has the same thing. So right now it's on fast. That would be slow, which you can see is quite a bit slower. And then we'll put on medium. And just for contrast, put it back to fast again. So there you go. Now, in addition to these, there's also an external speaker, which this one can have an audio pass-through or power audio in kind of thing. So technically, we could go ahead and attach this to our speaker over here and be like, well, you know what? I don't think this is loud enough. I want to shout out there too. And we could shout from here. And out there. And yeah, you can even play music through it, whatever you might like. So yeah, you could, you know, put speakers all around your whole base and just blast some reggae, whatever you feel like it. So let's go ahead and kind of check out the functionality of these over here. So if we actually go over here, we've showed you the functionality of those. So what about the Boombox speaker? It's got a couple different options here. There's the power. Then over here, you've got a toggle play, which we have connected to a switch over here. And then we also have the audio out, which is going off into our light in here. So basically, when we flip the switch, this guy should turn on and everything should go into action. But before we do that, I wanted to show these actually, the floors here are a little tricky to hook up. Basically, the audio in is on one side and then the audio out is on the opposite side. So over here, we're going to have our pass-throughs popping out here. And we're going to have to run it all the way over into the audio in on this one over here, and boom, there we have a floor. Now, the floors do have multiple options. You've got the sensitivity, again, low, medium, high. Speed, same difference. And then there's a gradient. So you can do red pulse, you can do green, blue cyan, pink blue, aqua, red pink, black and white, default, you know, it just keeps going with that. And then you've got several different patterns. So you've got an in and out, radial, ripple, checkers, block. There you go. So we'll go ahead and fire this up, and then we'll demonstrate those for you. So once we go over here, flip the switch, you can see this toggled right on. And you'll notice that the floors don't seem to be reacting to the music very much. So if we go over here and you see the sensitivity set to high, you might wonder, well, why isn't this working? And you actually have to make sure that this is plugged in to this whole unit here. So once we put the audio pass through on there, See? Now that's all connected as one unit, you'll see it tries to kind of make the pattern go along with it. So if we change the gradient here, there's the red pulse, green, blue cyan, pink blue, aqua, red pink, black and white, which is pretty cool, and then default again. Then if we go ahead and cycle, we've got the radial, ripple, checkered, the block, and there you go. So you can pretty much, or we can just turn all of it off right there, pretty much just kind of set up any kind of patterns. You can angle them different ways, do designs, do full-on patterns. I'm really excited to see what people do creatively with this. It's going to be pretty cool. But lastly, I did mention there are dances. So let's go ahead and flip that. Let's go ahead and pop on into third person here for a minute. Sorry, only admins can do that. So that's a little bit sad, but hey. Anyways, we're going to go into here and you'll see we've got 3 new emotes, which are dances. So you've got to raise the roof. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you can spin your little dude around in a circle, but if you move forward or backwards, you will stop dancing. But you can do like a little spin and spot. There you go. Then, oop, wrong button. The next one is the Cabbage Patch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. And then lastly, the twist. Gotta love the twist, right? All right, and let's go over the crafting costs before we go ahead and finish up the video. So the Boombox is, and these should be the final crafting costs. Boombox is level 1 workbench, 200 wood, 100 frags, 20 cloth. The portable one is just 120 frags, but does require the workbench. It looks like the cassettes are 50, 75, and 100 metal frags, no workbench required. The cassette recorder is 75 frags, needs a workbench 1. Disco ball 50 and needs 1. Same thing, the dance floor, and then there's the 2 different versions, the large tile and the regular. And we've got the speaker here for 75 frags, laser light 75 frags, 50 wood 75 for the megaphone, just 75 for the stand, 125 for the cell phone, 100 for the sound light. So yeah, you can see they're pretty much all around, you know, the same cost, you know, similarities there of what you would expect for electrical stuff. So yeah, just wanted to kind of do that at the end because some people care, some people don't. So there you have it. That is it for this awesome DLC. Thanks for checking it out with me, guys, and good luck to whoever may win it. And stay rusty, enjoy the wipe, and look forward to some Twitch drops coming up on the 5th. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay rusty.